Hey there! So we're doing a coffee with Stacey that's totally not a coffee with Stacey because I have a water bottle and it's 3 p.m. And but there were requests for me to talk with my famous friends. So I got Stephanie. You can see her badge. She's with Stitchcraft Marketing. So what Stephanie does, Stephanie could say, but it's my show. So what she does is she professionally does marketing for yarn companies and designers and things like that. So she's like a social media maven. So I dragged Stephanie along so that we could have our coffee with Stacey and Stephanie water bottle show. Mm-hmm. So, and I have a badge too, just because, well, this is what going to a conference is like. So we're at TNNA. They put the logo on absolutely everything that they do. See, so we
get lots of pins.
You get pins and buttons.
One of mine came off today, and all of mine are upside down. That wasn't a deliberate choice.
And so even the stairs, they buy these like banners to put on the front, if you notice that, the stair risers, so that it looks like TNA is going up the stairs. So we're here, we're doing our really important work here, and I broke the first rule of TNA today.
You didn't wear comfortable shoes?
Oh shoot, no, okay, I broke the second rule. I did wear comfortable shoes. The second rule of TNNA is no fangirling, right? So like everyone famous you've ever seen is usually here, and you're not really supposed to run up to them and squeal and be like, "Hi Casey, oh my god, no way, like you totally made Ravelry." Like you're not supposed to do that. So usually I'm really good. But I freaked out and fangirled on someone because I was really unprepared. I don't know if you're going to guess who it is.
Okay.
I'm completely unaffected by yarn people, but Jackie Huang from Wool Buddies is here. Oh. So Wool Buddies, you've probably seen me talk about it on the blog. He does needle felting. So Jackie actually works for like Pixar Animation or something, and he makes these freaking cute little like needle felted things, and he wrote a book, and it's really, really cute, and he has his like 6 foot tall giraffe in the like his booth, and I walked by and I was like, "Are you really like the Jackie?" And he's like, "Uh-huh." And I was like, "Can I have my photo with you?" And so then I took a photo with you, but it's on the same camera that we're recording on, so I can't show it to you guys, but I'll put it on the blog. So that was my story. Have you fangirled on anyone?
Not yet.
You get pretty impervious. Like, I can keep a pretty straight face no matter who's there. But Jackie, he came out of left field. Like, I think of yarn, you know what I mean? Yeah. And there he was doing needle felting, which is under the TNNA umbrella, but I just wasn't prepared. And then, there he was with all of his, like, things and a giant giraffe. Really...
I get really quiet and shy around people I admire, and I usually... that's the good scenario, is if I get quiet and shy. Now, my version of fangirling is to walk up to someone and just talk to them like I'm talking to you, only I say awkward things. And
do you ever talk to someone you don't remember what their name is? Because that happens to me all the time.
I'm really happy that we all have badges here. That's helpful, because I get amnesia pretty bad. Face amnesia. Like, I see someone and I have a real, and it happens with your name. So I have this I think it's a problem. Like, the way your name is spelt, so Stephanie's with an F, if you don't know. Like, that's you. You're Stephanie with an F. So in my head, you're STEF, blah, blah, blah. So if someone says, "Hey, have you talked to Stephanie?" And if I first think of the PH name, I can't figure out who they're talking about. I'm like, no, I really have no idea who you're talking about. And so, like, Leanne, Stephanie works with Leanne, and it's spelled Leann. E.
Yeah. And so if someone, like, if I'm thinking of Leigh, like Lee, Ann, I have no idea who we're talking about. And then we're like, Stephanie, like, you've been on podcasts together, and, like, you know, you've worked together for a while. And then I'm like, no, you mean Stitchcraft Marketing one? No, that's so weird. There's this Stephanie that works there.
Is that the same one?
Is that the same one we're talking about?
I apparently have a lot of doppelgangers too, so people think that my name is Jennifer or whatever.
It's having brown hair, because I get that too. People think that
I just look
with
like
brown hair looks the same.
Yeah, I look like a lot of people.
That happens to me too.
That's okay. I mean, if I ever want to turn to a life of crime,
exactly,
I'll just pin it on Jennifer.
Exactly. So. Well, I took a personality test. I've been telling everyone this weekend, like, it's called an Enneagram. And you answer all these questions. And so I, like, I'm independent and I like working on my own, which is totally true. But it said, and it's true, I totally don't care if anyone knows me or not. Like, I don't do anything for fame, or, like, I don't dress to, like, actually look very good, or there's a safety pin holding my shirt together. And that's so true about me. Like, a lot of people wear a lot of really good makeup and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't do any effort to impress people. It's just me. It's my Enneagram.
I like zero effort as much as possible. Yeah. Like, when I go to get a haircut, I'm like, let me tell you this.
I'm not coming back for a year, so you better cut it.
I will use a little bit of product in hairdryer, but I prefer not to. So if you can make me look good with zero effort, I will love you forever.
I just had an experience this morning. So I'm rooming with Sarah, a sexy knitter, and Lauren, the winner of the Fiber Factor. Did you watch the episode? No. So Skacel put on a competition. It's like Project Runway, but for knitters. So she won, so we're rooming with her, and so they're both way cooler than me, and they have all these things and whatever. And so my trick when I wear my hair down, this is my secret, like, so you shower, and with curly hair you can't disturb the curls or they frizz. So I shower, and then I blow dry these little pieces straight, because I like how they frame my face, and then I sleep like this, right, like up against the wall, and then the curls, they curl, and then I wake up and I'm fine. But then I saw Lauren, who also has wavy hair, she has a flat iron, and I've never used one of these things before, so I was like, and on top of it all, I was being a model for one of my friends is a photographer, Gail Zucker, and she's doing a photo shoot for, my stories are always really long, and she's doing a photo shoot. I watch your podcast. She's doing a photo shoot for a yarn company, and she needed a model, and we already knew each other, so I had to, like, look decent this morning. And so I was like, okay, well, I do want these pieces to be straight, so I'll borrow your flat iron. I borrowed it. No lie, I have never seen such straight hair in my life.
It's like pretty magical.
It was like this, but it was like too straight. Like, I had this one
kind of
piece
freakishly
like
perfect.
This, and I was like, uh-oh, I don't think I can go be a model like this with this one piece of hair that's like a laser beam. And so I like wet my piece of hair again, and then I like blow dried this one little piece of hair again, so that I could show up and look normal. But I think it's something I try, because I would never blow dry my hair straight. I don't have the patience. But this thing, you just go like that.
It's magical.
It's pretty crazy.
I do it for sometimes I do it for the trade show, but I got lazy this time.
But your hair's pretty straight.
Yeah, it's weirdly. I like that we're just talking about our hair on a knitting podcast, by the way.
This is what we do. Hey, people wanted to see, like, behind the scenes what we talk about. This
Yarn is just sheep hair. So we're still on topic. But yeah, I usually just bust out the flat iron for, like, a wedding or something.
Do you do it with your bangs?
No, because you get the laser beam thing and it looks weird.
Because I can't have bangs because my hair curls, and so then I get the swoop, or the swoop out, and that's not really that cool.
You don't want that.
No.
You don't want the reverse ducktail on the front of your head.
No, that's not good. So what we were going to talk about, and I planned this little jaunt, was social media things.
And hairstyles.
Yeah, super trendy hairstyles. And I do the fluff too, like, there we go. And so I started blogging in 2009, and I feel like back then when I was a kid, tons of people blogged every day. You had your Google Reader, and you checked it, and there was just one way to read blogs, and you probably didn't have a Facebook page for business purposes back then. And then now, as things have changed, like, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's, like, and it's really uncommon for people to blog multiple times a week, because people don't read them the same way. You can get them by email, you can get them however. So I didn't have a point with that. I was going to pick your brain about the nature of blog. Like, so where do you think blogging's going?
I I actually really like reading personal blogs and seeing what people are knitting, and I actually get a lot of enabling off of that, and my Ravelry queue just gets longer and longer, and I've discovered some really cool things. Sometimes I'll just see a particular yarn or something like the Socks with Sarah Knit Along mentioned so many times, and I'm like, well, now I have to check it out. And personal blogs are really great for that, but I also think that offering your readers a little bit more value, like the tutorials that you do, which I'm always pinning because I am that fangirl, but they're great, and they're short, they're sweet, they're to the point, they don't take a lot of time, and they're really good information. I'm so kissing up. Sorry. but I
work really hard on my graphics because now that's something I never had to worry about before, but now it has to be pinnable, and there's a dimension of the graphic, like Pinterest things are supposed to be longer than they are wide, and like there's a max, and like so it's really changed the way I like present information because
you definitely want something that people will be inspired to pin, because sometimes you see a really cool blog post and you want to pin it and nothing comes up, and it's just like, well, I'm not going to pin just like this little tiny logo, but I really want to remember this later. First world problems. Right. But
do you find that your customers, like when they think social media, do you think they're thinking more like Twitter and Facebook kind of things, or are a lot of them interested in also having blogs?
I'm trying to get them to do blogs because, I mean, posting on Facebook and Twitter is great, but you're really limited with how much you can share. And on a blog, you can get a little bit more in depth. I mean, you don't want it to be too long, but that's where you can share a free pattern or something like that, or show a swatch and kind of get a little bit more into the properties of the yarn, for example. And you could try that on Facebook, but it's just the nature of the feed. It just doesn't work very well.
Facebook is so awkward because, like, also you have no control over who sees your posts. So I have like a ton of fans, and like less than 1% of them see each post that I do because Facebook controls the algorithm of how the things go out, and so that's something you could lose at any time. Like they could just say like, sorry, like we're not showing posts from your page anymore because we came up with this new algorithm, which they do like all the time.
Unless you give them a buttload of money.
I tweeted this the other day. It was, I want to say, for Facebook, for me to promote a post to all of my fans that have already agreed to like my page, I think it would have been $6,000.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and like what? So I can say, hey, I have a new pattern coming. Like, I don't even know what I would do to make $6,000 back in one afternoon. Like, what do they think I'm doing? What kind of drug scheme do they think I'm running? I don't know. So it's completely crazy. So a blog you do have control over, but my issue with blogging has been that people don't always. So since Google Reader shut down, right? I switched to Feedly, but a lot of people didn't like Feedly. So not everyone is fine, and like a lot of people don't use bookmarks now, like or you have to check back every day to see if there's something new. And so I also have the option to sign up by email, but then like I feel like there's this mixed, like, how am I following your blog? You know what I mean? Like, if some people aren't using Feedly, then what are they using? You know, so that it's like all becomes so mixed. So,
it's definitely dispersed. I really like Bloglovin', actually. I think it's kind of a silly name. But if you can get past that, I mean, I try to remind people to follow me on Bloglovin', but I'm pretty bad about putting that into my posts. I really should do that more.
Advantage of Bloglovin'?
People can follow you, they can favorite posts, so I suppose I could see the value in that if I participate a little bit more, but I don't, because I tell other people to do things and then I don't do it for my own personal blog. That's just how I roll. But I think the main thing is that all of the blogs that you follow, they'll send you a digest every day of recent posts. So then you just see like a thumbnail and maybe the first paragraph, and that's how you know if you actually want to click over and read the full thing. And I have a crazy long list on Bloglovin' at this point, so I just skim through and whatever catches my eye and click on it, and it's so nice. Because then I feel a little bit more tuned into things, and then I happen to see if they mention my clients, and usually I can catch that. And because Google Alerts aren't working that well anymore, which is another thing. I don't know what they're trying to pull, but just making my life difficult.
Feedly has the the thumbnails. But like sometimes digest. Because it's a website, like it's not email though. It's just like there's a Feedly page, like Feedly.com. So you have
to go to the page. It doesn't come to you.
So then sometimes I don't remember to go, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been like 3 days since I read anything, and then you feel really backlogged, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't want to feel backlogged.
Yeah. You can also sort, you can make different lists, which I haven't done, and now I have so many that I follow that would be a nightmare to do. But if you're just getting started, I highly recommend making lists on Blog Lovin'.
I wonder what's going to be next. Like, so that's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, what's... Like, you can't write more on blogs. Like, blogs aren't going to become, like, 10,000 pages long.
Hopefully not.
And I don't think you can make shorter things. Like, you can't do micro tweeting.
Yeah.
You know? So do you think things are just going to, like, that Facebook and Twitter are here to stay?
So many people really hate Facebook now.
I do.
And the irony of my job is I wish that I could get off of Facebook just because it's kind of annoying. I don't really need to know what everybody's thoughts are on everything.
Like for my personal Facebook page, I don't find out anything from anyone unless it sees that I've messaged you in the past week or that I've just friended you. So I don't find out news about anyone except like the same 3 people over and over again, which isn't helping. It makes me not want to use the page because I'm not getting the updates from like high school friends or whatever, like whoever I said I liked to begin with. It's like they want you to reaffirm your friendship way too often.
I had to subscribe to my husband's Facebook page because he wasn't showing up in my feed. I'm like, seriously, your algorithm isn't going to show
because you don't talk enough on Facebook,
right,
and so they think we don't like each other.
But it's like I want to see. He takes great photos, but I
have the same problem.
So Facebook is really strange, and honestly, I actually do cull my feed a little bit, and I kind of have it to the point where it just shows me pictures of cats and yarn, which is all I care about anyway. So
that's great. I love that. Well, thank you so much for chit-chatting with us. And I guess, if people have questions, they can write them in the comments section or tweet your Stephanie Grrr.
Yeah, 3 R's at the end of that.
That's STEFANIEGRRR. And you know me, Fresh Stitches. Tweet us or join the thread in the Ravelry group and ask questions, and we'll answer them. All right.
Bye.